All right, so here we go. Way Too Tall versus Eldrazi Lackey. Game one.
Yep.
And Robert will be on the play, it looks like. He won the die
Yep.
roll.
All
And
right.
his hand's pretty good. It's turn
Yeah.
one Delver, and then he's got Spell Stutter Sprite and Fairies. Cloud of Fairies. Troy's hand looks pretty good too, actually.
What does Troy have over there? I can't see his hand.
Troy has. I see. Let me adjust that a little bit.
Well, I can probably get on stream, but okay, there we go. Yeah. We still have the stream delay. All right. Troy's hand looks pretty solid too. He's also got a turn one Delver. The hands look really similar.
Yeah. Do you think Robert will try a Ninja, or do you think? Yeah, I guess that's the play.
If
If
I
it doesn't
think if
flip.
Delver doesn't flip.
Oh,
Right, I
never
think
mind.
Delver doesn't flip.
Yeah.
But there it goes. Yeah.
So now he just plays Fairies and holds up Spell Stutter Sprite.
Yep.
And if he
Yeah.
doesn't do
Seems like a.
anything, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is basically how you win the matchup.
Yeah.
You
This is
flip
exactly what Mono Blue wants to be
you
doing.
flip a Delver and then you just protect it for the rest of the game. And I don't think either lists have a real way to deal with like a
Like
a
a flipped
Delver.
on the
Yeah.
board. Well, he flipped his own Delver.
Okay, so off to the races, I guess. And here's where it's going to come down to the counter spells, you know.
Yeah.
Who can protect
So
their
we know
Delver?
Troy has some. All that Robert has right now is Spell Strider Sprite, which I guess in this matchup is just a counter spell.
It's
it doesn't really
huge.
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Troy basically has to pass now and not do anything in order to leave up a counterspell, I think. Now he's going to
I
try and
think that's
ponder.
correct.
No?
I don't.
No, he
think-
thought about it, but he's going to pass. I mean, you basically have to hold up like a counter. It just
Yeah.
seems too
So
important.
now Robert's thinking about it. Is Robert going to brainstorm here?
I think he
I
wants
can't
to.
see. Yeah, but I mean, maybe if he gets some more counter magic in his hand. All right, he's going for it.
So he draws a Preordain and a Ponder. Yeah, see, this is where just don't like Brainstorm.
Right, you're right. A Brainstorm is very awkward in this matchup, especially if you like brainstorm into a preordain.
And he didn't hit a land there, so he basically has to Preordain for a land.
Yeah. He can try to draw one and then ponder. See, he can see two more cards deep, I guess. But
So I guess he's going to Ninja here and try and hit
yeah,
the land.
Ninja and Cloud of Fairy seems good.
But we know what he's drawing, though, right? Because
Yeah.
he put it
Well,
back.
right, but this lets his ponder see deeper.
But he doesn't
Oh
even
no,
have a
there's no mana.
land. Yeah.
Right. I don't know what. I mean, I guess draw cards is just always good. You just want to draw cards.
I mean, it is 2 extra damage. Troy's at 12, so it's not irrelevant.
Yeah.
I think if you're Troy, you just play this. Oh, well. Yeah, I guess he should have just played the Sprite, because then he could have put in his own Ninja.
Yeah.
But I don't really blame him for passing. Well, the fact that he had a counterspell, maybe he should have fly. Oh, this looks like a shuffle for Troy.
What do we got there?
2 ninjas and a weird.
Yep. That's definitely not going to stay. Oh, okay. Top. Shuffle. Yep, there it is.
Yeah. And he hits another Delver. So he's just going to play it out. I think I
Not
would
the
have
worst.
preordained for try to hit another land.
Yeah.
Because
I do think
you know you can't leave up the counterspell.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess he needs to block, maybe. He
Yeah.
feels like he might need to block. This matchup is really weird because it's basically whoever flips a Delver. Because, I mean, this is weird.
And now, I mean, Robert can counter pretty much anything that Troy plays.
I mean, Troy just blocks here, right? Snap block.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Giving Robert a card is suboptimal, but there's nothing he can do about it. Oh, well, maybe he can.
I guess, interesting.
This is an option. I don't hate this option, I think.
I mean, I guess if Troy hits a land this next turn, he can play a Golem, which is
Yeah.
pretty good
Yes.
because it blocks everything in either deck.
The more I think about it, I like blocking the Ninja there. Troy's already a little behind, giving Robert a whole bunch more cards isn't really going to help him. Like he's already losing on damage, so
Yeah,
allowing the aberration to deal a little more damage isn't the end of the world.
yeah. So I guess Troy can try and play a fairies. Or he's just gonna preordain. I think playing the fairies is technically correct, even though we know it's gonna get countered.
Yeah,
Okay, so he's gonna preordain first, which is
I would counter this.
pre.
Uh,
Nah, I don't think you want to counter. It's. I mean,
well, I think you just want to. I think you just want to keep Troy's behind, and you just want to keep him that way. You want to give him a chance to get back into this game.
I guess it does add to your board.
Yeah,
I mean, a 1/1 flyer is not irrelevant in this matchup.
that's correct. In fact, in this specific board state, it shortens the clock by a turn.
I don't know. I feel like if I was Robert on his last turn, I would have tried to set up and like done preordain and then try and find a land and then maybe preordain even again.
Possible, but right now, unless Troy's Delver, like without Troy's Delver flipping, Robert is in a very good position.
Yeah. The fact that Troy's so well, they're both so choked on lands is really
Yeah.
in Robert's favor, I guess. There.
And here gets the third land,
Yeah.
and I can't see him losing this game at this point. I
No.
don't know what Troy could have that could
Yeah.
win him the game.
I mean, next turn he can play a golem. Yeah, he can play
He has a
golem.
yeah.
So I guess
Robert
if
has
you're
a ponder,
Robert,
and
you
he can
want to try and find counter spell,
yeah,
and then you can't lose.
yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't see what he's pondering there.
He's got Island Weird is what Robert's pondering,
Okay, Island
and he
weird. So that's
and
probably a
he's
shuffle.
shuffling,
Yeah.
and he gets a Cloud of Fairies. That's
Okay.
actually
That's
that doesn't stop the Spire Golem.
no, it
So
doesn't. But I mean, it adds another flyer, and he can counter anything else in
does
the
Troy
deck.
have does Troy have any 3 drops specifically that Robert's worried about? Maybe the Dungeon Geist, or 4 drops specifically.
No, I don't think the deck plays any 4 drops. It has Gush, which is a 5. But I mean,
Right, no,
that's the correct play
Yeah,
because he
yeah,
just has him
definitely.
dead on board next turn. Well, he thinks he does, I guess. No, yeah, he does. Yeah, because it didn't flip. Okay, so fairies is good.
Yeah,
Oh, it's gonna get countered.
yeah. I think Robert just counters whatever the spell. Yeah, that spell gives Troy a turn that has to be countered.
Yeah, and now he can't even play the golem, or he can play the golem rather, but
Yes.
he's still in base. Yeah, he's dead because the golem has to block the. No, so Robert let it go. Interesting.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the motivation there is.
I think actually Robert may have predicted that Fire Golem is an option, right? So if Robert lets this fairy, he counters the fairy, then he can't counter the golem, which trades with which like kills the Delver or the aberration, and well, Troy's still dead because 4 flyers. So I don't know.
No,
That's
he's
weird.
not dead. That seemed very, very questionable by Robert.
I'm not sure. Yeah, how I feel about this.
I guess he was.
Robert,
Yeah,
I
and
think
so
if
now
Robert
Troy
was
can
holding
fire
out
back
for
with his
yeah,
own
his own spark.
counter. That was very strange. I guess
Yeah, I don't.
Robert was concerned about a counter spell, but if Troy had countered it, then he couldn't have played the golem, and he just would have been dead.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, letting the fairies resolve was a little weird. Letting the golem resolve was just very, very
Well,
strange.
I mean, he has to let
No,
resolve. He can't do anything
right. He
about
can't
it.
counter the golem. Right. Letting the fairy resolve though is strange.
Right. So now he just looks for something. I don't know what you can look for. I guess you look for like an axe or a bone splitter rather to try
Yeah,
and get
bones
through
are-
damage. That's the funny thing about this deck is it can't force through damage. All right, sorry about that, folks. So we're back here.
All right.
Let's get Robert's hand back. So it looks like Robert kept the days.
Yeah, that's what I like. I like keeping the day so that he can put the counter on top, and then this way he flips his Delver and he still holds up counter magic.
Oh, did he keep something relevant on top?
Yeah, there's a counter spell on top.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this attack that's an interesting block. He chose to let the aberration get. Oh, he blocked it. Okay, with a cloud of fairies.
Yeah, I think Robert's actually back in a decent position because Troy didn't flip his Delver.
Yeah.
He's gonna have two active Delvers, so Troy has to chump.
I'm a little surprised that Troy let the aberration survive.
What do you mean?
He didn't block it with a Spire Golem.
He didn't attack with the.
Oh, he didn't hack with the Delver. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no reason for Robert to
Yeah, that's
attack
right.
with it. So yeah, I guess he blocks one aberration, chumps the other one, goes to two. So yeah, he's in a pretty good position here. The counterspell doesn't even matter at this point.
No. Yeah. So I'm not sure what Robert was trying to do there with the weird play, letting that thing resolve, but it looks like it's not going to matter.
Yeah, he drew out it pretty well here. Did he rearrange with preordain or ponder that last turn?
Robert used Preordain.
It's weird that he would keep the days. I'm not sure. I don't know about. I would necessarily agree with that.
Yeah, Daze doesn't do a lot at this point in the game. I think I think the key is that he wanted to make sure his Delver flipped.
Yeah, but you can still bottom the days and keep the counterspell on top.
Right, but then if you do
Oh,
the
right, you can't
counterspell,
draw. Yeah, that's right.
he doesn't guarantee that the Delver flips.
I guess that's reasonable.
But yep, Troy's gonna chomp and block, go to 2.
So Robert
Robert's just
plays
gonna
out the
put
weird.
just another, creature on board.
Sure. Would you have tried to counter that if you were Troy?
Oh, well, well, I don't know. It's hard if if the Delver flips, you don't want it to counter, but you're not going to know ahead of time if your Delver's going to flip.
Sure, sure. I could see either side of that argument.
Yeah. I think it doesn't really matter. The Weird is going to get blocked anyway.
Yeah. So Troy bricks again on his
Yeah.
revealing.
And this last one is really what he needed those Delvers to flip right now if he wanted to stay alive.
Yeah. I guess he just tries to play Ninja.
Ninja doesn't do anything here.
It chumps.
If he blocks with the Weird, Ninja doesn't fly.
Well, why wouldn't Robert attack with the weird?
I mean, he will, but
Well, Robert has
Ninja
Robert has a Spire Golem, so
yeah.
I don't think it'll end up mattering.
The Ninja wouldn't have resolved anyway, so. And because Troy knows Robert has the counter spell.
That's right. Yeah.
Robert had to reveal it for the Delver flip.
And yeah, we're gonna see chump and block. So Robert's gonna play his golem. Do you just try and force out the counterspell? I mean,
You have to. I mean, otherwise you just lose.
he's in still a pretty precarious situation. I guess he's not again. If he flips his Delver, he's not in terrible shape.
He will survive, I guess. If he doesn't
Right.
flip the Delver, he just
Right.
loses. Well, we'll see what happens.
Nope.
Does not flip.
Yeah.
That's game. Well, no, it's not game. Troy can play a fly. I don't know what's in his hand right now. He's got the Ninja. What else does he have in his hand?
Spell Stutter Sprite, so he can survive again.
Yeah, and Robert can't daze the sprite, so I know it's a little bit of lost value.
Well, it's this stage in the game. I mean,
Yeah,
Troy's gonna main phase here, which I think is probably okay.
yeah,
You don't want to risk.
the counterspell
Counterspell.
anything.
So Robert draws an island, which is irrelevant for him. Bashes
Yeah.
with team, I imagine.
Yep.
So Troy will get to eat something, or trade with something, rather.
Yeah. I imagine he's gonna trade the fairies for each other.
I don't think it
Yeah.
matters too much. If he had blocked Golem on Fairy and Fairy on Golem.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The outcome is the same. All right, well, let's see if Troy gets anything that gets him out of this.
Counterspell. So technically he's not dead again.
No, he needs a creature, right?
He has Ninja.
Yeah. Okay, so he has Ninja. It's a 4-drop. So here's a crazy option.
You ninjutsu the ninja in for Golem and then hope you hit a creature, then
That's I think that's all he does. He decided not to do it, but I think that's the best option here for Troy.
Technically, yes.
He,
It leaves him needing to
like
draw a
Roberts,
flyer, I think, right?
yeah,
Or no,
because
not
right
necessarily.
now
Not
Troy's
necessarily.
like
Just a
the thing is
creature.
right now this isn't a sustainable option for
No,
Troy.
correct.
Because sure, the golems can do whatever they do, but this ninja's gonna die.
Yeah. So I guess Troy needs another creature. I guess a weird would be pretty good for him.
Yeah, weird would be that would just stall at the board state.
Another golem would
That
be
would,
okay.
yeah,
Well,
what did he
here's
get?
it. Here's his chance to ninjutsu it in. Otherwise, he just has to play it out again, which looks like he's going to.
Well, the problem with ninjutsu and get in is if he whiffs on the well, that's the thing. If he whiffs on the draw, it doesn't matter because that means next turn he would have whiffed on the draw and would have lost anyway.
So if he had done it last turn, he would have just whiffed.
Yeah, he would have got. Okay, I guess that's fair. He would have just got this, and so
So Robert
bring
draws
this.
another creature, which is basically will seal it up. I think
Yeah,
Troy can't counter it, and even if he could, Robert had the days. So
I imagine we'll see Troy conceding after this resolves. I don't think Troy has
yeah,
anything this thick. Does Troy run? There it goes. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
All right,
So
so
side.
we'll try and see if we can get Chrome up.
The Robert's bringing in lots of counter magic.
Yeah.
He's bringing in his Stormbound Geists.
The Stormbound guys, you think
He's
so?
Yeah, he brought him in. He pulled him in.
Okay. You bring in all the extra counter spell
Yep.
magic. Do you want boomerangs at all, or do you think
I,
snaps are just?
I think Boomer. I think Snap is fine. I strangely like Echoing Truth here.
Yeah, Echoing Truth is. I mean, it's just a bounce
He's
spell in this
right,
matchup
but
for the most
it
part.
gets But if he has if you have multiple fairies or multiple sprites or something, you
Yeah, that's true.
can bounce them all at once.
So it looks like Troy's taking out ninjas, and he took out deprives in favor of dispels, which I think is okay.
Yeah.
You don't really want to fall behind too quick, and I feel like deprive might out tempo you a little bit, or
Yeah.
might cause you to tempo yourself out.
Looks like Robert's cutting the snaps.
Well, see, I mean, snap's really the only way to deal with a delver. It's flipped.
Yeah.
What about
Well, I
what
guess
about
the idea he just countered them all.
what about stitch drakes?
I think it's interesting. I think it's just especially bad against counter magic.
Yeah, it's bad against counter and it's bad against bounce, but I think it's interesting because it just blocks everything.
Yeah. If he can resolve it, it just blocks everything.
All right, so we're going
All
back in. Robert Eldrazi Lackey is up one game.
right, so this looks pretty. No turn one Delver. Uh,
This is. I like Robert's hand more than I like Troy's, I think, but I mean Troy's isn't terrible.
yeah, Troy's hand is pretty. When Troy kept it, that's
It's not a bad hand. It's just
yeah,
it doesn't have like a ponder or a preordain. This hand would be a lot
yeah.
better with one of those. But it's got fairies on turn two, and he's gonna be able to keep up mana leak.
He's got mana leak on play, which is really good.
Yeah. Again, I don't think it's a bad hand. I just
It's not terrible,
yeah.
but he's gonna counter the. Robert's gonna get through a ponder or something, but interesting. So Robert preordains he sees an island and a gush. He's gonna bottom the gush. Yeah.
Yeah, Gush
He's gonna keep the
seems
island, and he's gonna keep that island. All right.
he definitely does not want Gush at this point.
No, he doesn't.
And with preordain and ponder, he has enough ways to draw.
Uh,
All right, so Troy's gonna just go land and fairies, and then
yep.
keep up a
Counter
leak.
anything that Robert tries to do.
Sure.
Yep.
Man, if Robert had the days, and I don't think he. Yeah, I think he would.
Maybe. A little rough. Because Robert has no, I guess he has the preordains. He can ponder. He can do stuff. But
Right. And he's just kept Troy's board down. I don't imagine that Troy tries to counter like a brainstorm or a ponder or a preordain.
No, no.
If Robert, uh, I guess the
And this,
merit, I guess the merit of brainstorm is that you can do it at instant speed, so it allows you to keep
yeah,
up counter and then be able to brainstorm. But
this is a spot where Troy really wanted to see a turn one Delver flip. Like this is the ideal
100%, yeah,
situation. Because he has the Cloud of Furies, he's got so much counter magic in his hand. And that turn one Delver, if it flipped on turn two, it could have just won him the game.
right. I mean, both sides would have just loved
Oh
it.
yeah, absolutely.
So I guess, do you think Troy will try to play out Geist?
I don't think he. Well, I can see him doing it.
I mean, what's the worst that Robert could play that he's needs to be concerned about?
If Troy gets his Geist dazed, I guess that's an issue.
That's true.
Uh,
Yeah, so I guess the question is how much does he want to play around days?
I mean,
He has snap,
trying to
which
go the
is
distance.
now that he has a snap, I think he just plays out the Geist because he can just snap if he's really that scared of.
Yeah, anything that ever resolves.
Yeah,
Yeah. At that point, I like the Geist here. Yeah, he's gonna go for it. Go
days.
ahead and get some.
Yeah, days is the real issue here.
And Robert's gonna. I think he's gonna brainstorm to try and find it. No, he just
No,
let it resolve. Okay.
that doesn't.
It looked like he was gonna go for it, and then he just decided not to.
If he brainstorms now, it's definitely not correct. Okay,
Yeah. And so it looks like he's gonna drop the Golem here while it's clear.
that's
And this
fair.
is sort of what Troy didn't want to see. He can't snap this,
Yeah,
so
he
it's
can
not
snap
the
this and leave
worst.
up counterspell, so he's fine.
Yeah.
And he has a preordain, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I imagine that's what Troy's gonna do here is just snap this Spire Golem. Yep, yep. All right.
Probably should have preordained pre-combat, but we won't get too
He may
picky.
stall yet.
Yeah, I mean, he's 100% going to do it. He can't leave up
Okay,
two
now
counter
he's
spells. And now he's kind of entered a point of the game where he just needs as many counter spells as possible
Yep.
and just keep the board. Snap seems really good. Both of these seem decent here.
What does he see here?
Island and Snap.
Yeah, that's kind of what he wants.
And
I
another
bring-
Island will keep up two counter spells.
And if he gets the snap in his hand right now, he can. If Robert forces something through, he can get rid of it.
He's going to keep both, and he's going to draw the Snap.
Okay, that seems right.
Well, no, I think he should have done Island, right? Because then,
Really? Oh, he could have played the island immediately and then
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess this. So, okay, so he's going to try and leak. He'll get into a counterspell fight, which Robert can fire back.
Yep.
But, I mean, Troy has the snap for it anyway, so.
Yep. Yeah. In this specific, you're right. The island probably was better just so he could have played it, accelerated him a little bit.
I guess it's kind of awkward for Troy the fact that Robert has two golems,
Yeah.
but Troy does have two counterspells, so. But then
Well,
he's
if
just
Robert,
he's just straight out of gas if he does that.
well, so you have to keep in mind this turn, Troy can't mana leak a Spire Golem next
No,
turn.
correct. But he can counterspell it.
Yes.
Well, okay. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, so mana leak is kind of getting to the point where it's not very great here.
And that's sort of a reason why I thought maybe it's better to not play the Geist, although the damage is just too good to.
So he's gonna go main brainstorm.
He sees Counterspell, Island to Island.
Guess he puts
I think
island
Robert
back
just
and
wants
preordains.
He puts two islands back and he's going to cast his Spire Golem, I think. Yeah. For one. And I imagine Troy's going to try to counterspell
Yeah,
this here.
he's going to.
Yep. Robert's going to counter back. And now Troy can actually fire off this mana leak.
Okay, so yeah, he's in a pretty good position here. I think this is probably the best exchange he could have hoped for.
Yeah. His mana leak was pretty much dead, and this is perfect.
Yeah.
This is what mana leak is good for in this matchup. Is it's not great on later turns, but it wins counter wars.
The problem is that Robert can put down another
Just resolve it.
golem.
Yes.
So
Not a whole lot Troy could have done to stop that.
yeah, I think he played it correctly.
Yeah.
Again, we're seeing this this part of the game where Troy can't really do anything about permanents that have landed.
Yeah.
So he basically needs a snap. So
Third game before combat, just stop any shenanigans. You see two islands. Those are both going to quickly be. Oh, and a golem comes up. That's
wow.
a free spire golem. That's exactly what Robert wants right here.
I mean, Golem's pretty much the best creature you could ask for in this game, besides like a flip delver. Do you block with Geist here and try and get an Undying?
I think you should. I'm surprised he didn't.
I think in general it's correct. It didn't matter because Robert had the second one, but
Yeah.
another Geist.
Well, yeah. The Geist is good. The double block is really good with the Geist. Now you can play two of them, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. So Robert can't. He has to be a little bit concerned if he just attacks and Troy goes chump chump, have two
Yeah.
3/3s.
Yeah. Double blocking a Golem with a Geist is pretty good for Troy here.
That's true. He can double block, which puts him in quite a good position.
Oh, we got another Geist here. And he's playing it pre-combat, so I imagine he's just not going to attack here.
Yeah. Leave up Sprite for a Ponder or a Preordain.
Yeah. Which is good for Robert as a card that Troy wants right now as a Ponder or a Preordain.
Or a Geist, apparently.
Yeah, or
Wow. So they went
yeah.
3 straight Geists have been drawn. And I guess here's where we see if they're any good in this matchup, because, I mean, I know I at least was pondering if it was any good.
This is where Echoing Truth would have been really great in this
That's
matchup.
very true, yeah.
And this is sort of, I didn't envision, 4 Stormbound Geists on the board.
No.
But I imagine if you had multiple Cloud of Fairies, or Delvers or Aberrations or something,
Yeah.
being able to Echoing Truth and Aberration just seems really good.
Yeah. I guess it's better than, like, if you're going to bring in Boomerang, it's better than Boomerang.
Yeah,
But if
right.
you're not going to bring in Boomerang, then there's really no need for it.
But, like you mentioned, the biggest thing in this matchup is that both players have a hard time dealing with resolved permanents.
So
And Echoing Truth and Boomerang let you at least be able to do something about it. All right, so
he's going
we
to
got the Alpha Shark
attack.
coming in.
guess-
I like this here.
I mean, Troy's on the back foot because he has double island in hand.
Yeah.
I mean, Robert's hand isn't much better, but the fact that Robert has 2/4s puts him slightly ahead.
I think this is good, sort of, just because it lets Troy now, because those are going to come back into play untapped.
Right.
3/3s. They can just easily block the Spire Golems all day.
Right. They can just chump or bounce off each other. So
Now,
Troy's bluffing
all right.
islands here.
This Piracy Charm is going to be
Wow.
really good
Yeah.
for Robert. Well, maybe not actually. It's not going to kill
No.
a Geist. It's not going to. But the Island Walk might be able to get Robert to seal the game. I don't know.
I mean, he has to hold on to it for a while. I suspect it's going to
Yeah.
be more relevant as a combat trick or making Troy discard if
This
it gets
is-
to
this
the
is a-
point where he's going to only have one
Yeah.
card in hand. Okay, so Cloud of
All right.
Fairies. That's
Just a free. Oh, he's going to cycle it.
Nah,
No?
nah. I think he casts it. It makes Sprite so much better.
That is true.
The thought of this cycle had crossed my mind, but the fact that he has a Sprite in hand, just there's no way.
The interesting thing here is I'm curious as to what's going to break open this stalemate here.
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Is it just going to be who can just commit more creatures to the board? Is that what's going to happen?
A Bone Splitter would be huge.
That would definitely do it.
So Troy's gonna try to preordain here, and Robert's gonna presumably hit him with Sprite. No,
I imagine so.
Interesting.
He's gonna yeah.
I guess he's
Troy
more-
has 2 cards in his hand.
I think the fact that Robert had another fairy on board made him not want to Sprite, just because now
Yeah.
he can Sprite a counterspell.
Yeah.
if he didn't have the Cloud of Fairies on board, he might have done it.
Oh yeah.
So
Uh,
he's gonna get the Sprite. I
right
suspect he wanted
top
to do.
topped.
I suspect he wanted to do it the other way around.
Hmm. Oh, he might have misplayed that.
I'm not sure.
The weird is definitely going to help Robert
Oh
here,
yeah, that's. Troy's gonna
and
try
he's
and
going to try and
get him, but
counter it.
Troy's gonna.
Robert's going to counter it
Yeah.
back.
I kind of like using the piracy charm here actually, in killing Troy's Cloud of Fairies.
Yeah, I could see it.
It feels like we're in a part of the game where piracy charm has kind of reached its
Yeah, it's
maximum
possible.
usefulness. Like it's really good killing an unflipped Delver.
It's well, it also has. So Robert can get rid of the last card in Troy's hand, which we know is an island. I don't know if he's going to do that.
That's true. But I mean, he just missed the opportunity to do it if he was going to. So
Yeah.
I wonder what
Well,
he's holding
it's
it
still,
for. I guess he wants to hold it for a combat trick to try and get him to double block and
yeah. That would be good. That'd be a huge blowout. Maybe I don't even know if it really if he like double blocks the Cloud of Fairies or something.
I mean it's decent with like Frostburn weird because you give it a
Yeah.
+2/-1
Yeah.
and it
Well,
messes with
also
your math because
yeah.
if you're the opponent you're thinking
Troy dropping a fourth Stormbound
yeah
Geist.
the whole playset.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Like
Stormbound Guys has been pretty good in this matchup.
it's
I wasn't
completely
convinced.
plausible that this match is going to go to time,
That could very well be. I don't know. I mean,
which could be a little
Troy's
awkward.
significantly down.
Well, also because it was Troy's turn when we had some technical difficulties. So
That's true. See, that's why I kind of wanted to extend the time in between in
yeah,
matches because you don't want it to have to go to time. Like,
right. I agree.
but I mean, it is kind of relevant if someone tries to play familiars and they're not
Yeah.
comfortable with the deck.
I think what an option that we can look into is that if Troy wins this game, tell both players to quit out
And start a new,
and start a new game and just go ahead. Each player concede one game.
yeah. We might see what the players. So Robert went, I believe, Ponder Preordain.
Yeah.
Pretty powerful card, folks. Pretty powerful
This is why they are banned in Modern.
and restricted in Vintage,
Yeah.
but
So
not,
it looks like
not Pauper.
so at some point. Okay, so the Frostburn Weird I think is a pretty safe attack.
Yeah, 100%. I guess if you're
If I'm
Troy,
Troy
you
here,
double
I
block.
double block. Yeah, definitely.
I guess he is just like daring
He-
Robert to put mana into it.
Mhm.
But at this stage of the game, like, why wouldn't you at least pump it a few times?
Yeah, that was very strange.
So Robert did not preordain. That seems.
He didn't pump it either.
I wonder what he's. Dispel and Ponder. Both of those seem pretty good. Maybe Dispel to a lesser extent. So he bottoms the Dispel and keeps Ponder, which I can see. Ponder's really going to help him out here. Alright, so we got Sprite, Ninja, and Counterspell. I hate to say this, but Counterspell seems so bad right now.
Yeah, it just
We've reached a clog board, and I none of those cards
Yeah.
really help him out. So he's
I
gonna,
don't know what what wins the game here. Like, I don't know what it is that you need.
Ninja's, I don't know. Ninja doesn't seem particularly good here because he's not going to have a. Oh, all right. Well, here we go.
All right. I mean, it's about time. Someone's got to do it.
I guess this is decent.
Hmm.
The fact that Robert has a privacy charm is doesn't. It's not really too relevant at the
It
moment.
doesn't do a whole lot
Yeah.
at all, really. Like it lets. I don't know.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I don't think it really does too much. I guess it allows a
Like
his Stormbound guys to trade up with one of the 3/3s.
sure, that's definitely a thing that it can do.
But I mean, he's just 2-for-1ing himself basically.
Well, no, because the guy comes back, so it's just one for wanting.
Well, yeah,
He's
but
trading up. He trade his Piracy Charm for one of the 3/3 Strongbound guys, which isn't actually terrible. Because it brings his guys back as a 3/3, and it gets rid of one of the troublesome 3/3 guys that he can't block like well. He can sort of neutralize them with the Spire Golem, but
Do you think Troy's gonna have a chance to ninjutsu the ninja in? I
it's definitely possible.
I feel like Robert's gonna block everything. No, maybe not because he doesn't have. He really only has 3 blocks.
Yeah, Robert, the two Spire. Oh, he's double
No,
blocking.
that seems correct. That definitely seems correct.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
He's gonna take more damage because of it, but getting the 3/3 off the board seems pretty relevant.
Hmm.
So he's gonna trade Geists.
Which is fine. They're both going to come back with Undying.
And I don't know. The double seems bad, and so does the chump. So I guess he's taking 5.
The
Or
double is just yeah.
yeah, doubles bad, and chump's even worse.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And those fairies have some, at least some marginal value on the board.
hopefully Troy has a stop set here.
Well, here's the interesting thing, okay? So Robert can piracy charm this cloud of fairies at end of turn, and he has a huge swing back.
2, 4, 6, 7, at least.
Well, it's going to be 9.
At least
the guy's
8.
going to be 3.
That's right.
He's
Yeah.
going. He's going 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
That
8,
seems.
9.
But see, knowing Robert's deck, that seems way too risky. Because he can't just draw in. Like, he has to be able to draw into something that can stop Troy,
Yeah.
and he doesn't.
Well,
Like, we
so
know
Troy's
that he doesn't.
ninjaing here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Even if Robert had a counterspell, he can't do anything about it. So,
Yeah.
and he did it to the Geist that had the +1/+1 counter. I believe that's correct.
I think that's correct as well.
It gives you
It
another
another block.
Yeah, which, like you said, if he alphas, could be very relevant.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't think Robert can really alpha. Like, if Robert was playing like some combination of blue red and he had like Bolt in his deck, then I think
Yeah.
it could be more reasonable.
I think he's gonna think about it here. Oh no, because there's a Geist on. Where has a 3/3 Geist on the board, so
Yeah.
Robert definitely can't.
So Troy decides to not play his Geist. He
Well,
could
he
have.
can't. He only 2 mana.
He could have gone Island Geist.
He didn't play his island either.
No,
That's, that's very strange.
he
think
might have. He
really-
might have played a land. I don't remember him playing land, but he might have.
Yeah.
That would be the only reason in which I don't think you just play Geist.
Yeah.
So Robert has.
I think if Troy had the option to play the Geist, he would have done it.
Yeah. So Robert has double Sprite. Oh wow, counterspell. That's pretty good.
It won't matter a whole lot.
No,
If Troy tries to cast the Geist here, Robert's gonna Sprite it.
but then Troy can just Sprite back.
Oh, Troy has Sprite and Counterspell. That's right.
He should probably play a land. 1, 2, 3.
He's gonna do
4,
this
5, 6.
pre-combat. That's a mistake.
He definitely
This
should
is
have played.
definitely-
He definitely should have played land.
Yeah.
Because now, when Robert Sprite's back, he's not going to be able to counter
Yeah.
it. Ouch, that hurts.
Yeah, and well, not only that, it's that if he plays pre-combat, so if Robert has Sprites, Robert has the more blockers now.
Yeah. It's very true.
That's definitely Troy just back-to-back mistakes there.
I guess if Troy had played a land there, Robert could have Piracy Charmed him first before he played out this Sprite, and then
Wait,
he
what
would
do
have
you
lost
mean?
his counterspell.
If Troy had played a land, no, it wouldn't have happened. Troy could play a land and then immediately, land pass. That seemed pretty bad from Troy. That may cost him the game here.
Yeah. And now Robert's gonna use Charm to get his last card, I think. If not
Yeah,
now, then
I think that's correct. I like that from Robert a lot. Okay, now we're just gonna draw.
so I guess you send in with Stormbound Geist, Frostburn Weird.
Those seem pretty safe.
Spire Golem doesn't really do too much. I guess if he uses Piracy Charm, he can. I don't know. I think just Geist and Weird seems correct.
Yep, it looks like he came to the same conclusion.
And I believe Troy's just gonna take. Throwing away his Geist does
He could
not.
block. He could block the Geist with the Geist. That's an option.
I don't think he wants to at this point.
No, it's too late now. He went ahead and didn't block it.
Yeah. Marvin's gonna pump all the way, it looks. Which again is reasonable.
It's about time to get in some damage.
Yeah. I mean he's working to a point where next turn he's pretty close to just winning. Yeah. And with Island Walk, potentially
Yeah.
Island Walk, the weird is guaranteed 4. Plays
That
fairies.
mishap with the Sprite really is gonna set Troy back. Fairies blocks, I guess.
Hits a gush. No, he cycled.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. I'm not sure what he's really gushing to, but
Something. I mean,
Golem's nice.
Yeah. It's free. Just put it on the ground. Yeah. I think attacks. This is risky. This is very
risky. Yeah, I don't know about this. I mean, Golems can just heat his ninja,
Yeah.
and he can just chump with fairies. That seems really risky.
I think what Robert wants to do here is Golem to eat the ninja, chump the big fairy, because Robert doesn't want to give Troy more blockers.
I mean, if
like just Spire Golem, big fairy, the big guy, the 3/3 with his Spire Golem, kill the ninja, and then chump with like a cloud of fairies or one of his spell starters. Right, that's not doing anything.
I mean, let's see. If he takes 5 from the Geists, and he just blocks the ninja, then
Well, no, he doesn't have to take 5 from the Geist. That's what I'm saying. If he blocks the 3/3 Geist with his 2/4 Spire Golem, it's just blocking damage. It's all he's doing.
right. But if he just takes the 5, then I think he wins on the crackback.
I think this is a mistake. I think blocking the 2/2 and letting it come back with a dying is a mistake.
That is correct. I don't think giving his creature pseudo vigilance is very good there. I think if you're gonna block either one, you're gonna block the 3/3.
Yeah.
I guess he's just gonna try and ride his weird and just play really defensive. I guess now he could swing in with his flyers or his golem and his Geist. Even then, that doesn't seem very good. He's gonna cycle.
Okay, he'll draw some more cards.
It's ninja. Interesting.
He's gonna definitely be able to ninjutsu that. Troy can't block his stuff, so
I mean, this is an interesting spot. But I mean, if you're Robert, how concerned are you with attacking with, X number of creatures that need to be unblocked?
yeah. Well, Troy's deck list here. You know what he could have. Troy does have Boomerang and Echoing Truth as options.
But blocks are the main concern. I mean, you don't want to just die on crackback.
Right. So he's leaving back all of his sprites.
I think this is correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so double block seems reasonable.
And just chump it so you can't force any damage through.
Yeah, and he's kind of playing around ninja too, so although unintentionally, I think.
And the double block here is huge for Troy.
Yeah, that's I mean, that seems bad by Robert.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just throwing away your golem for free, basically.
He may not have seen the double block. He may not have thought about it. Maybe he's trying to bait out the piracy charm.
Oh, okay, yeah, charm here, I guess.
But that's just going to get countered. I mean,
that's true. That's true. Yep, and here we go. Snap, counter that.
Robert can't do anything about it.
So Troy came out on that decently.
He came out a little bit ahead. And so that is interesting that the weird mishap with the counterspell earlier sort of worked out because he still had that in his hand, but
I mean, he wouldn't have been in this situation to begin with, so.
Right.
Oh, another island. That's rough. So, I mean, he just passes, I think.
He has to pass. He cannot swing. Actually, I don't even know if that'll help him.
No, I mean he's still alive
Yeah,
if he blocks correctly.
we'll have to block the weird, the Spire Golem, and the weird, the Geist, and probably the Ninja.
Yeah, yeah, ninja definitely.
He's thinking about it.
No, there's no way you can attack.
Yeah, okay, he's gonna go ahead and pass. Okay, Bone Splitter.
Ooh,
This
that's
may just
huge.
seal the game here
Yeah,
for Robert.
I think it does basically. He doesn't he
Well,
doesn't
basically,
straight win, but next turn, I mean, he's just
yeah,
wins. Bone Splitter's just so huge. When
it
your
basically
creatures are
makes
1/1s, making
yeah,
one of your fairies a 3/1.
yeah.
Jeez,
That gives Troy a fourth creature he has to block, and Troy can only make 3 blocks. So
huge draw there.
he's gonna put it on the Ninja. I'm not sure about this.
I mean, I think Ninja was a must block to begin with.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's why I don't know how I feel about.
I mean, he would have blocked Ninja, Geist, and Fairy if he'd put it on a Spell Stutter sprite.
Yeah,
I guess he's just trying to play it safe here. I don't know.
he's gonna play the long game. He's just gonna kill all of Troy's creatures.
I don't think. I mean, I don't think Robert could lose. I mean, by
Yeah,
this
I don't know.
play, but
No. Well, this is definitely the conservative way to play it.
yeah,
Very safe. He's just gonna kill Troy's creatures and then win next turn.
yeah. Okay, so he's gonna. I guess it is relevant that the Geists can't block the weird. So he's
Oh, the guys can't block at all.
right because they can only block flyers.
So this is actually okay. I see what's going on. That makes this make a little more sense.
Again, it is more conservative because I mean the fairies just trade with a Geist at
Yeah.
this point, and you're willing to throw them away.
Right.
So
So he can kill Spot Golem and get in a bunch of damage.
right, a bunch being 4 at this point.
Yeah, that's a start.
I mean he's just dead next turn if he doesn't draw
Right.
something.
And he has to draw a creature that can block the Geists
Yeah,
or block the weird
yeah,
because the Geist can't do it.
correct. And that's not gonna do it.
All right. So that's
So it looks like
so the,
Robert's gonna go to 2-0, I believe.
so it looks like our next matchup is actually going to be our last undefeated players.
Oh boy, burn counter hype.
I do not like this matchup one bit.
I don't like your matchup either. The fact that Robert has Hydra Blasts in the sideboard makes it
Yeah.
very difficult for you to win.
And there's the Delver just, because, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This Frost Weird is going to finish the game.
And Troy's gonna kill himself here.
Yep, there
and
he is.
There it
He's
is.
just going to concede. All right.
All right, so good job, Robert, going 2-0 again this week.